Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Grandpa Mark's Hobbies and a finale of AMT's 125th scale, the Green Hornet, the Black Beauty. I had a blast, a total blast. Everything that I wanted to happen to this build happened. So let's get the guys out of the way here and, geez, see what's going on. This is a very fun kit. Low parts count, everything literally just plops together. I pretty much kept stock on this except for adding the lights here and there. I did want to add a light to the drone in the back, but it would have looked overpowering with that light and everything else that's going on with everything opened. So I left that go. Um, Everything else is a go. The only thing you're going to notice is on the rims, I did not put the center decals on yet. I wanted to film this before I did that because I do pick it up by the wheels, and I didn't want to have one end up on my thumb. So they're going to go on after I'm done with this. Um, Everything went great. The paint went down. Two coats of gloss black primer on top of three coats of Kaleido's black. That's all it is. The windshield, and I talked about this in the last update. That is Tamiya's clear green, thinned out with the leveling thinner, and it worked great. I'm not getting that purple look with the lights shining through as much as I did on mine. For some reason, mine, when you turn the lights on, that's just blasting purple. And I don't know what I did different. Maybe it's the different thinners that I used. I don't know. I used Tamiya's thinner on mine, and this is that Mr. Surfacer leveling thinner, or I know I'm butchering that name. Again, the lights went on good. I did paint the two doors with the white because both seasons it had the white on those doors, but it didn't have that, I don't know, arrow on the front of the hood. So I don't know if I'm wrong there or right, but I kind of just, like I said, I like that look better. This top is right out of the mold. I did absolutely nothing to this top. I taped it off. I did all the painting. I pulled the tape off. Good. It's just the way it goes. Um, the back missiles are in. The back lights, like I said, I'm happy. I did not paint the little round silver like I did underneath the light lenses like I did last time. When the lights are on, it looks great, especially when the lights are off. And I got some pictures of that in the music montage at the end. But when the lights are off, and you see the lights on here, before I turn the lights off, I want to show you the interior. Check that out behind Kato's ear. I do have good shots of that with where you can see the dashboard all nice and clear. Same with the back, with the instruments in the back and everything. I got a good pictures of that before I put it all together. You can hear the battery rattling around, and Rip Reeve sitting there just kind of staring out the window. Kato driving, and I'm going to tilt it farther. You can see there's two dome lights in the top this time. That I wanted to light up the back and give Rip Reeve a little bit of light, and I wanted to light up Kato in that dashboard. And that was the only way I could do it and make it look right. I only have one light in mine, and it needed more. The mirror, something that, driver's done. Something that a lot of people don't think about, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but I actually angled the mirror just a little bit this way. So he's looking at it and can see out the back. It's the way it is in a car, and I forget about it a lot of times, and I made sure I remembered it on this. So let's turn these lights off. There's the oil squirter in the back here. I'm not sure the real name of it, and I know I'm butchering this, but this pulls out, And then I may need them and I may not. I have some tweezers. Just reach in the back. Yeah, I don't even need them today. Reach in the back. I made this nice and long, and it's a switch off. We'll put it back in. I'll leave this lights off for now. It just tucks right in the trunk. This just is a drop-in fit. No magnets, no nothing. It's just pressure fit, and it works fine. It's worked fine on mine for now over a year. But what I wanted to show you with the lights off is how these look. Now they look like in the show. With mine, I got it buried here. Hold on a second. All right, see the difference? With mine, with the silver behind them, they went straight toyish. Where these still look like they're the smoked lights, and they just blend in so nice to that back. I love it. Again, with the lights off, everything still looks good in here. That green window is awesome. So even with the lights off, this still looks cool. The green lights in the front, these were already tinted green. They come that way. I'll show you pictures with the LEDs going in them. All I did was drilled through the center of the post that holds those lights in. Put the LED in there, hit it with just a tad of resin to hold it in place, pushed everything in, hit it again with Mod Podge to lock it in place, and underneath here, and I didn't flip it over with the lights on, but underneath here, I actually painted where the Mod Podge goes black so that it's gone. You can't see it. So when the lights are on, there's no lights shooting down at the floor. So hey, how about my new base? Isn't that cool looking? The underside is awesome. It's an easy paint job. Everything got flat black. Once that dried, and I let it dry for 2 days, I came back with quick shine. I did all the frame rails. I did the drivetrain in the back, the drive shaft, the heater hose. I painted with I have my finger. I painted the heater hose with rubber black. I painted the whole engine all the way back to the transmission in aluminum. And then I came back the next day, and you can see these brush strokes. They really don't look like that in real life. This is a lot darker blue. But I came back and I painted that, hand painted that with the dark blue. And then I used my Weathermaster C on the exhaust and a little bit of panel liner everywhere here or there just to make it look nice. And then I ran the fuel lines down and the brake lines down and called it good. I didn't want to get too crazy underneath here because, like I said, I'm shipping this out and I don't want it to get messed up. The brushes, see how nice they look now? I've had suggestions, and really good suggestions, like cut this off and use a flat, and I got one right here. I honestly thought about it, using a flat paintbrush, but the moldsman did such an awesome job with everything on here that I wanted to keep this as stock as I could. I didn't want to add too much, so really the only thing I added to this was the LED lights. Did a real light weathering on here with the Weathermaster, just a little bit of the aluminum, a little bit of the gunmetal, just to highlight it up a little bit and give it some life. But honestly, this thing looks great. Drilled the hole out a little bit farther in the exhaust so it is even deeper. And see the back of the brushes, how nice they look now. I'm really happy with that. I'm glad I stuck with the stock. You see I'm holding this real gingerly. The chrome still needs one more day to dry before I can start messing around, and that's the Future Firm chrome, hand brushed on there. It's the only chrome I could tell that was on here other than the rims, and those rims are magnesium in the show. He even makes mention of right down to the magnesium rims. So I knocked a lot of that gloss off of them with the gray and the black panel liner. Painted in the spears on the rims going in, and panel line the heck out of the fins just to get it the way it is. But that was it. Like I said, it's a fun build. No clear coat at all. Um, I wanted it shiny. You can see my face in it, but I didn't want it to be that, as my grandson Luke says, super duper shiny. I think that's good enough right there. If it was a race car or something more modern, I would do that, but not with Rip Reeves' car. Uh, it has to stay. The Black Beauty has to stay pretty much the way it is that way. But other than that, I do want to thank Gallery for everything they did. Like I said, everything pretty much other than the glass is painted with Gallery paints. Use Grandpa Mark if you're getting anything there, and you'll get 10% off your order. And right now, they got some really, really good sales going. Let's thank our active duty people, our veterans, and our first responders for putting it out there every single day. And I'm going to bring you up on a webcam. I got my new webcam set up, so now I'm actually looking at the screen instead of everywhere else. And I want to start the music, but I want to say thank you very much for watching. Y'all have a great day, a better tomorrow, and keep building.